Happy Friday. So today is my work anniversary. I can't believe I worked here for 23 years. I worked here for like half my life, but I'm proud of myself. It's my off day. I came in to do a little bit of work, but I come on to say that I should be at home washing my hair and packing because I leave for PBE in the morning. The thing about going to Polish and Beauty Expo is though, I'm only gonna be there for 2 nights. So I really don't need to pack like a lot. So I plan on packing a carry-on and a very light carry-on with just like a little bit of makeup, and then my checked bag is gonna be basically empty. Like I've been saving all, you know how you buy polish and they come with the little bitty pieces of bubble wrap around them, just enough to wrap around the bottle. I've been saving those because even though I plan on buying a lot of polish, I plan on shipping a lot of it back home to myself at the shipping table, but I also want to bring a couple of things back home with me. Like I've traveled with polish before. You just have to really pat it and stuff it into stuff. And I'm actually being a fairy for one of my friends, and I want to bring her polish back to her so that she doesn't have to wait. And she only asked for a handful of things, so it's not a lot. So in my check bag, I plan on having like a blanket with all these bubble wrap pieces in it, and maybe even a roll of tape or something so that I could tape up the bubble wrap around the polishes. But it's gonna be a very light checked bag because I want to buy a lot of stuff. Like I want to buy cuticle oils and hand and cuticle creams. I want to buy a lot of things other than nail polish, and I want to have room to bring all of those things back so that I don't have to ship so much back to myself later. The things that I can put in a check bag, I'm gonna put, but I'm gonna put some nail polish in there too. So I figured having a blanket and like a towel, stuff that can like cushion the polish, like cinnamon rolling all of the polishes into the blanket so that they're very secure when while they're traveling on the plane, they're very secure. I want to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get one of those rolly carts, like I need to remember to get a clipboard too, but I want a rolly cart to be able to take to the shopping day so that I can not weigh my back down and stuff with a backpack and try to stuff polish in pockets. And I just want to be comfortable and relaxed and try to enjoy my shopping day. So I plan on going to get a rolly cart from Home Depot. I think they're like 30, 40 bucks, somewhere in there. And I can use that every year, and when I'm not using it just for this one day of shopping, I can use it at home for whatever reason. So it's worth the money. So I'm all packed up for my trip this weekend, and I've been saving this bubble wrap specifically for this weekend. Like they're gonna have a shipping table at PBE, but I've been saving this like every time I buy a polish and it comes in something, or I buy something and it comes in bubble wrap, I've been saving all of the pieces because there may be some things that I want to bring directly home with me on Monday and not have to ship it at the shipping table. Like I said, they're gonna have everything you need at the PBE shipping table, all of this plus tape, whatever. But for the things that I want to take home, I've been saving. So I'm going to put all of this in my checked bag because that's how I travel with nail polish. I bubble wrap it and then wrap it in like a bath towel or a blanket or something in my checked bag. And that keeps it safe and secure. It's under the plane. There's no issue. All right, so all of my clothes and stuff are in my actual carry-on. But in here, I wanted to bring a blanket for extra cushion and security if I bring any nail polishes, my handbag, and all the bubble wrap I just mentioned to y'all. And then this is my rolly cart thingy that I'm going to be using on actual shopping day so that I don't have to like carry around all the different bags and goodies from each booth. So it fits perfect in here. I'm so excited. I had to like clean it up and like bleach the wheels and stuff before I put it in here, but it's nice and clean. I'm just going to zip it up and I'm ready to go. I'm so excited, y'all. finally here, y'all. I'm finally here. Okay, let me show y'all the hotel room so I can call my husband, my mama, my daughter, let everybody know I made it. Just finally glad to be in the atmosphere, at the location, in the building, y'all. My first ever PBE. I didn't snag a ticket for the meet and greet, and that's where everybody was headed because it's like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. And I think the meet and greet is from 6 to 8. But then there's an after party at the bar downstairs, and the lady down there just said the bar closes at 10. But I'm hungry now, and I don't have a meet and greet ticket, so I think what I'm gonna do is unpack my bags. I have all my shopping list for tomorrow in there. I need to rewatch a couple of lives just to make sure I'm set on what I want to buy. Edit a video while I'm here, watch some TV, just relax my mind, because that Uber ride, it was nice and relaxing, but it was boring. It was really boring. The scent, the fragrance he had in the SUV was really strong, so it was kind of giving me a headache, but it is what it is. He was really nice. It was a nice, relaxing ride. Oh, I didn't realize this pole was right in front of my face, y'all. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is unpack my things, order me some food, maybe go downstairs to the restaurant and eat down there. I'm not gonna miss that meet and greet next year, though. I'm starving, and I started this whole traveling day really early this morning, like 7. I got up at 6. I repainted my toes with the same polish. I still have on the Penelope Lou Sakura. I know that was her that I just saw downstairs, because she's from Brazil, I believe, and I know that was her. But I was trying to look at her name tag, but she was moving really quickly, but she was really beautiful. I'll know it's her tomorrow when I see her at her table. But yeah, I repainted my toes, and I repainted my nails too, because I put this on just last night and I already had tip wear. So I got up and put it on again. Y'all, I have tip wear again. So Latanya just got off a live. If you don't know who Latanya is on Instagram, she's Lacatolashes. And she has this whole concoction plan that she has come up with to marry Mercedes from Hey Mercedes and her fiance, I think his name is Josh, in this bar. Like, they're all headed over here. And I just told her on the live that I would help her decorate, y'all. She is so excited. The fiance has no idea. He has no idea that he is about to have the wedding of a lifetime in about 30 minutes. So I have to run upstairs to my room and get my charger, because I use my freaking phone on the plane the whole time and my battery is dying. So I have to run upstairs and get my charger from my room and put my phone on the charger while I'm down here in the freaking hotel, because I want to record this wedding. I have to record this wedding. So while I'm helping her decorate, because I told her I would help her decorate this bar, right? So while I'm helping her decorate, I'm gonna let my phone charge a bit so I can record the whole thing for y'all, because it is gonna be a time. Because Latanya is a bubbly ball of energy, and she's decorated, she's dressed right now. She looks like a bottle of like reflective or magnetic nail polish. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for her to come over. But I wanted to come on here and quickly show y'all or tell y'all that before she got here. But I gotta put my phone on the charger so I can get some juice in this thing so I can record this wedding for y'all. So, all right, we'll see y'all in a little bit.
What can I give Josh for his birthday today? Let me think. Are you ready? You ready? Oh, she thinks so. Okay, let's do it now, girl. Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, friends, college lovers, and party people, we are gathered here today for a very special surprise. This isn't just a birthday. It's not just convention weekend. It's a practice wedding filled with glitter, dipped in hollow, and top-coated in love. And what better way to celebrate the future Mr. and Mrs. Hay Mercedes than by making it official? Ish. Okay, let's be real. If you're lucky enough to find someone who supports your pop fiction, who and knows what a flaky is, lock that down. Lock it down. All right, so are we ready for the vows? Wait, where's the best man? And where's your bridesmaid? I'm sorry, here we go. All right. Okay, future Mr. Hay Mercedes, do you promise to never question a package delivery again? Even when it's the third one in the day? Do you vow to smile and nod knowingly when she says, this one is totally different? 37 other purples I already had. Do you promise to recognize the sacred difference between purple, blurple, indigo, and grape shimmer jelly and holographic flakes? Do you promise to be her swatch hand when needed, her top coat when she's feeling dull, and her nail glue when things fall apart?
That's
Yes, I do. Go ahead. Okay, future Mrs. Hay Mercedes, do you promise to always swatch with love and top coat with patience, even when the light is trash and the macro lens won't focus? Do you vow to protect your collection like a firstborn child, but make room on the shelf for his weird little hobbies too? Do you promise to teach him the difference between linear and scattered hollow, flakies and shimmers, thermal shifts and magnetic poles without judgment, but just enough side-eye? And do you promise to love him even when he says, don't you already have that color? And forgive him when he confuses jelly with crummy? And do you vow to always be his favorite polish, a true one-coater, fast drying, and chip resistant under pressure? Say I do. By none of the powers vested in me, this is the thing, guys. I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Hay Mercedes. All right, fast forward, DJ. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a circle around the bar. You're gonna walk around the bar. Everybody's gonna rise up, blow your bubbles. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I forgot. Sorry. You may now kiss your practice bride.
Good morning. It's shopping day. I'm so excited. I got up and made me the most horrible cup of coffee. So I'm gonna have to go downstairs and find something because this ain't it. But I'm so excited. I decided to get up this morning and get my computer out and start on my shopping list. I was gonna do this on the flight here, but I remembered that I put my shopping list in my checked bag. I don't know why I did that, but I was able to watch some lives and stuff on the plane. I'm gonna sit here and rewatch a couple of lives, or at least pieces of a couple of lives, because I wanna be for sure that I'm buying what I want. So I have all of the brands I'm gonna shop with right here on this clipboard. I have the polishes that I plan on buying highlighted. I have their shopping list in order on the clipboard in the way that I'm gonna shop, so that I can, like, my first table is lurid lacquer. And when I get there, I'm gonna buy everything that I can off of my list and then take the paper off, go to the next booth, stand in line, do the same thing until I'm done. Last night was a blast. That wedding, the vows, like Latanya goes all out. Like it feels like I've known her for years, and I just met her. Like I just met, we've been like conversing online, but I just like met her in person yesterday, and it feels like I've known her for years. It was just so fun that she came up with the idea to marry Mercedes and her fiance. Like marry them. That was so fun. The vows were amazing, so fitting. I'm glad I didn't miss that, because technically, y'all, when I got here, I didn't even want to go downstairs since I didn't have a meet and greet ticket. I didn't want to go down, but I had been, like I said, conversing with all these ladies, and they were kind of keeping up with me, saying, "Miss Thompson, when are you coming? I thought you said you were on your way." But the whole time I was like, I'm here, my flight is delayed, I'm trying to get there. And so and I wanted to meet them all, and I'm so glad I went downstairs. I'm so glad. I had a couple of drinks that kind of loosened me up. When I have wine kind of takes away the introvertiness. Wine takes that away from me. So I made sure that I had lots of water all day, and then 2 glasses of wine. I think I had 2 glasses of wine, 2 glasses of water, and a lemon drop. And that just made me feel, I wasn't like loose as a goose, but I had such a good time, y'all. Right now it's like 8 something. I'm gonna go downstairs and get me some coffee and get my day started, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It looks like the rain is settling down. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good time. So I don't know if I'm gonna record when I get down to the convention center. I don't know, because I'm gonna be too busy talking and shopping and scoping out the scene. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I do have to stand in line for a minute because I don't have VIP. So I think general admission starts registering at 11 and shop at 12. No, that's VIP. General admission registers at 12 and gets in line, and shopping for us starts at 1. So I'll have from 1 to 5 to shop. And I feel like that's a long time, but then I feel like that it's not gonna be enough time, because it's gonna be so crowded and so many people and so many beautiful brands to go visit, and it's just gonna be a lot. But I'm gonna try. But right now, I'm gonna go get some coffee, maybe some breakfast, and I will see y'all when it's time to shop. Okay, so the way I've done this, I had them in order by like the tables I was gonna go through, like the map. I had them in order of the way I was gonna shop, but I think I got them out of order, so I'm gonna have to put them back before it's time to go downstairs. But I have the polishes that I plan on trying to buy, like highlighted from each brand. Some have more than others, and that's okay. I'm trying to, spread the love. But I have them all highlighted. I'm taking this clipboard with me. I have my pen so that I can like mark through them. If not, like if I buy everything on this lurid shopping list, then I don't need this list anymore. I can just chunk it, move to the next table, do the same thing. I may not buy everything that I want to buy, and I'm probably not going to get to every table that I want to go to. But The point is to try. I believe the sale goes on till like 5 o'clock, so I can like shop a little bit, go in the little room next door, take a break, you know, just go back and forth and not overwhelm myself, because it's already going to be overwhelming because there's going to be so many people in one space. Like, it was a bit overwhelming last night being in that bar, but you know, I soldiered through it. I stayed as long as I could. I met a lot of wonderful people. You ladies are so sweet. I had such a good time, but I have a little bit of organization. You know, this is my first time going. I keep saying that, but I think over the years, if I keep continuing to go, then I'll get better at the shopping part. I probably won't need a clipboard full of lists. I can just go in and just kind of casually peruse each table, but I haven't shopped polish in a long time. So I plan on doing a lot of damage today. Okay, y'all, it's time to go shop. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, let me show you the shopping cart, because I think when I showed y'all when I was at home, it was collapsed. So let me show you. Also, I wanted to make sure that I was dressed very comfortable and casual so that I didn't feel like, you know, stressed or compressed in anything. I didn't want to be like tucking and tugging. I wanted to be relaxed and comfy, so that's what we're giving. And here is my shopping cart. I got it out of my office at work because every time I looked online, these were the same exact ones they were selling, and I have 2 of these at work. So I just borrowed one for myself, and then when I go back to work, I'll take it back. It only has like wheels on the back, so I have to push it and pull it like this, like leaned over, but I'm okay with that. As long as I don't have to like carry a backpack or bags full of polishes, I'm good. So I have my water that I'm gonna put in here for now. I don't know where my purse is. Oh, I left it over here. My purse. And I am ready to go, y'all. I did not keep up with the time, y'all. I'm in there just blasting and jamming to Beyonce Getting Ready, and I didn't realize it was 12:15, and registration for a general admission started at 12. So I know this line is about to be out of this world, but it's fine. It's fine. At least I'm here. At least I'm here, right? So, Jesus. I'm always late for the good stuff. Is all shipped. It'll be to me in 3 days. Now I gotta find some food because I haven't eaten since I got that avocado toast earlier, and it's like almost 6 o'clock. But I heard that there's a pizza place that will deliver directly to your room, so maybe I'll go with that option. Like, I feel like I could eat a whole pizza, but I'll only probably eat like 2 slices. And the person that I was a fairy for, I bought her a couple of extras too. I'm so excited, y'all. First PBE in the books. Okay, pizza is ordered. I had it delivered to the room. They say they'll deliver it directly to your door. So all I have to do is like answer the door, and I love that. So let me show you all the things that were non-nail polish items that I bought that I'm gonna take back in my checked bag. I'm so glad I brought a checked bag because, child, my shipping box probably would have held everything because there was still room in it. I just like padded it with extra cushion. So it probably would have held everything. Before I empty this, y'all, this young lady, she is so beautiful. And her eyebrows were perfect. Her packaging is so tea. It's such an aesthetic. I love it. And I made sure to tell her that. It's beautiful. Nice, clean, simple, but effective packaging. That's all you need. That's all you need. So I'm gonna show you everything that I bought. Hold on, because I don't wanna break these because they're beautiful and they smell fabulous. All right, so we'll start with my Lavish Hand and Cuticle Creams. I got 3 of them. My favorite is over on the counter over there, but I have maybe 3 or 4 at home, and I bought 3 new ones today. And dumping this all out, I realized I didn't get the body version of it, like the really tall body version. I forgot to get one, but it's fine. I can always order it online. So I got 3 Lavish creams in 3 different scents. What else did I get from her? Oh, the cute cuticle oil. Let me show y'all this. It looks like Christian Louboutin. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to get that excited. Is that not gorgeous? When I saw it on their website, I thought, you know, I'm going to wait until I get to PBE and I'm going to get one of these. And they didn't have very many. Like when I got mine, I think she had maybe 3 left. So I'm glad I snagged it. And then, of course, I got my polish thinner from KB Shimmer. And then at the Alchemy booth, I got this magnet because, you know, I wanted a different kind of magnet. And so I got that. Also at KB Shimmer, I just got some replacement brushes. That came in Alchemy bag, I think. I won this cuticle pusher at the Glistening Glow booth. She had that Plinko thing, and this is what I won. And I tried to get lots of different stickers to put on my nail polish book I have at home, my In Search Of book. And then I didn't buy any KB Shimmer scrubs because the fragrance just doesn't last long. You know, after so long, if you haven't used it up, it starts to smell, not really rancid, I guess, but the smell goes away and it kind of dries out. So I'm pretty sure the point is to use it up quickly, but I don't. So this one was free, and I purposely didn't buy any from them because I wanted to buy from other brands. And one of the other brands that I wanted to try, I didn't mention this with the other Victorian varnish, but I wanted to try a Victorian varnish scrub, and I got it in the same scent as one of the Lavish creams. And I think I forgot to say in these, I got Ship-Faced, Salty Little Beach, and what is this one? Sail Away. The sugar scrub in Ship-Faced as well. Very pretty, and it smells so good. But I wanted to try sugar scrubs from Pie Colors. So I actually met the owner, the maker of Pie Colors, at the bar last night. She just randomly sat at my table, and I just thought she was, you know, an attendee, you know, like a shopper, somebody like me. So, you know, I was trying to break the ice and start conversation since they sat at my table, and I was like, so what are y'all's plans for tomorrow? Where do you plan to shop first? And one of the other ladies at the table pointed at the owner of Pie Colors, and I was like, are y'all shopping together? And the girl was saying, no, I'm buying from her. And I was like, you're the Pie Colors lady? Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Well, anyway, while we were talking, she was telling me that I think her name is Trish, the owner, the maker. The other lady was telling me that Trish of Pie Colors makes the best honey sugar scrub, and I had to make sure I got over there. And when I got over there, she had 1 left. Not kidding. So it was meant for me. So I got the honey. So I got the honey sugar scrub from her, and then I got the Winter Blossom sugar scrub. These smell so good. And then also I got the honeycomb soap. Y'all, if y'all haven't tried this, or at least smelled this. I haven't tried it either, but just smelling it at the table, the honeycomb, this is divine work right here. And I cannot wait to try this when I get back home. But she said that it was a similar fragrance to the sugar scrub. This sugar scrub, if you love honey, like real honey, not like fake artificial stuff, if you love honey, you would love this, because it smells like she just poured like a whole squeeze bottle full of honey in here and mixed it with some sugar. That's just what it smells like. But the honeycomb smells way better, like way better. So I'm glad that she convinced me to pick this up. I also bought a couple of nail polishes from her. And this brand is also Black woman owned, so I knew I was gonna shop with her. And then the last thing, did I mention that I bought the cup for somebody? And the cup came with a polish in it, and it was 10 bucks total. And I bought that for the person that I was being a fairy for, just to surprise her with that. Oh wait, and at the Beau Revs table, I got a bracelet because they were all so pretty. The one I wanted was more rose goldish, but I forgot to get it when I was there to buy polish. And then when I circled back, the one I wanted was gone, but I still wanted one. And this was the prettiest one in the basket, so I got it. Now onto the candles. The brand is called Candlewick Care. She's a very pretty black girl. She had her own matches. I wonder if they're black tipped. Let's see. No, they're white tipped. Even better. Still goes with the clean aesthetic. And she had flickers, like the chargeable ones, and I got it because it was solid black. Like my one that I got off Amazon, that thing is, I don't know if I broke it or it just played out. It just doesn't work right. And I was trying to support my black women. So when she mentioned that she had one, I was like, yes, give it to me, I'll take it. But I was asking her what her top sellers were. And she told me what her top sellers were and what her favorites were. So I believe I got one of her top sellers and one of her favorites. This was one of her favorites, I believe. And this was a top seller. When she mentioned Princess, she said, have you smelled Princess? And I was like, no. No, actually, she didn't say, have you smelled the Princess one? She said, have you smelled the Plumeria one? And I was like, no. And I went to put it to my nose and I smelled it before it even got there. Y'all, if you love Plumeria, and I know we've all smelled it, if we all, you know, were in our teenage years or 20s and we bought the Plumeria from Bath and Body Works, then you know what it smells like. But this is grown woman Plumeria, and it's so fresh and clean smelling. And you're gonna think spring, early summer when you smell it, but actually this could be all year round, you know, just depending on your preferences. I love this. Oh, I can't wait to get home. This one is probably gonna go in my nail polish room. Love that. And then black tie, I told her that this one immediately smelled like fall to me, and she said it was probably the berries. And then I saw that it said black currant absinthe. Oh yeah. And they're beautiful, they're clean, not too much color going on. It's gonna match my vibe in my living room so perfectly. And remember in my last vlog, I said I was so tired of buying candles that I was over it. I think it was because I got tired of buying the same thing over and over. Like there wasn't anything unique out there that I could buy that, you know, didn't cost $1,000 per candle, you know? And I don't even remember how much hers were. I was just like, sign me up, please. But these two candles and the lighter were, I think my total was like $79. So that gives you kind of an idea of how much I spent with her. But it didn't matter how much they cost. I knew I was gonna buy two and I had it in my budget for the day. So I'm so glad that I got these. So yeah, y'all, these are all of the things that I bought that I'm gonna pack into my checked bag over there. These are the bags that I kept out. The bags that were kind of clothy and drawstringy, I used those as extra cushion in my shipping box. That helped a lot. So I'm gonna bag all these things up or wrap them up in all the extra bubble wrap and the blanket that I brought and put those in my checked bag. So my husband texted me and he asked me what the damage was, like how much did I spend total and shipping and all that. Child, I have no idea. I have no idea. I know what my budget was like in cash, and I know what my budget was with my card. And so in cash, I didn't spend all of my cash. I almost did, but I didn't spend it all. And as far as my card, I'm gonna have to log into my online account and make sure, because I really wasn't keeping track, like for real. As long as I knew I still had cash in my wallet, I really didn't keep track. And I only swiped my card like 3 times. But when I do tally up my entire total, I'm not telling a soul. It's gonna be between me and the Lord, honey. I ain't telling nobody. But in total, in as far as polishes, like the number of polishes, I bet I bought 100 bottles. If it wasn't 100, it was between 80 and 100. It was a lot. And I didn't even get to go to all the booths. So let's see who I didn't go to, because every booth that I was able to go to, remember I highlighted all the polishes? Every booth I was able to go to, I folded the sheet up and put it at the bottom of my little thing. The places that I didn't get to go to, let's see, Danglefoot. And that was because they were sold out of what I wanted. Danglefoot, Rogue, Gin and Berries. Oh my gosh, I missed Rogue and Gin and Berries, y'all. Cupcake, and they only had 2 polishes that I wanted, but I didn't see them when I walked by. The Cupcake booth was right next to Glisten and Glow. Maybe they'll be overpours. If not, it'll be okay. Red Eye Lacquer had sold out of what I wanted. Who else had sold out of what I wanted? I didn't get to the Atomic Table. 1422 Designs. What was the other booth that sold out of what I wanted? Was it Danglefoot? It was Danglefoot. It was Danglefoot. They had sold out of Mr. Luther. I should have went there earlier, but the lines were so long. I have to get VIP next year. I have to. I can't say I'm gonna buy this many polishes next year. You never know. But I have to get VIP next year, because Danglefoot had sold out of Mutant and Proud and Mr. Luther. I only had 4 on my list to get from them, and they had sold out of 2 of them. The 2 that I was actually able to get from Danglefoot are I Am Inevitable and Hi Y'all, I'm Miss Minutes. And one of them didn't have a label on the bottom. She said it was the last one, and she didn't want to sell it to anybody because it didn't have a label. And I told her, girl, I can make my own label and stick on the bottom of the polish. That part doesn't matter. The point that matters is you have it. I didn't get to go to every booth. Like, it was a lot. And I shopped. Like, as soon as general admission was let in, I shopped the whole time. Like, I didn't dilly-dally around. There was no downtime. I didn't go sit. Like, I stood and got in line after line after line. So for the most part, it was a very successful day. Like, if I had to put it in a percentage, it was probably like 95% successful for me. And I'm so happy about that. So now I'm gonna bag up these things that I'm putting in my checked bag and kind of clean up around here, because I am leaving in the morning. And wait on my pizza to get here. Find something on this TV. And oh wait, I said when the pizza got here, I was gonna go downstairs and order me a glass of wine and bring it up. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm just chilling out for the night. I know a bunch of the girls were going to, like, what's the restaurant called here? Portillo's. I know a lot of them were going to Portillo's, but I would have to Uber there, and I ain't feeling like all that. And I feel like it's only like 5 or 10 minutes away from here, from when I was doing like the Google Maps search, but no, I don't feel like doing all of that. I don't feel like getting out and waiting on an Uber, and then when I get done, I gotta get another Uber. No. If y'all knew how much I've Ubered this summer, then you would understand. I won't be Ubering to Portillo's. I ordered the pizza from Luminalti's, and it's coming, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy my pizza in my pajamas with my glass of wine. bad. It looks bad. I really rushed when I was packing them to be shipped. I should have used all boxes, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is why I panicked a little bit, because I knew I smelled nail polish when I opened that box. There was only one tiny little catastrophic event, and it was this polish from Borev's called Lagoon. And I just randomly picked up this polish because, you know, the blue stood out to me. And I went back to Borev's after buying polishes from them because I remembered wanting to buy a bracelet from them. And when I went back, this one was just staring at me, so I bought it. It's not horrible. Like, I could totally clean this up, but it just made me sad, and I was worried that all of my other goodies were gonna be destroyed, but it's just fine. So I'm gonna clean this one up right quick, and then I'll show you a quick little overview of all of the polishes that I bought. And then maybe at the end of the video, we'll just go through each polish one by one and just give you the name of them in a bottle shot. This one is the Monarch and Borev's, I think it was called the Best Friends Duo. I thought I didn't buy this. And when I saw someone swatch these after PBE, I was like, I highlighted that. Why didn't I get it? And then when I opened my box, I remembered that I bought it. So yay. I'm most excited about putting the Monarch one. It's called Poolside something. I'm most excited about putting that one on my toes. I really thought I didn't buy this, y'all. So I'm glad to see that it was in my box. So yeah, now we'll go one by one, and I'll show you bottle shots and tell you the names of each of the polishes real quick. Real quick, y'all, real quick. All right, so we're gonna quickly go through all of the polishes in alphabetical order by brand. But first, we'll start with the ones that were in the swag bag. And I'm not gonna give descriptions of these, y'all. I'm just gonna give you bottle shots and the names of them. So the first one that was in the swag bag is this one from Swamp Gloss, and it's called the Chronic. The next one is from by Danny Viana, and it's called All Great Things Started with a Dream, and it's a reflective. The next one comes from Garden Path Lacquers, and it's called Golden Hour in the Garden. And the last swag bag polish comes from Cleona Cosmetics, and it's called Serpentine. All right, we'll start with Alchemy Lacquers. I only bought one polish from Alchemy because their booth was severely empty by the time I got there. And this one is called Brunch at Latania's. I told y'all I was really into turquoises and pinks, and I've been recently trying to buy up all the Latania polishes, so there's this one. Then next we'll start with Borev's, and this one is called I Got You Babe. Lagoon, Rose Quartz, Amethyst, and Flip Flop Fever. This one is part of the Best Friends duo with Monarch. I'll show you the other half of the duo when I get to Monarch. Next, we'll go with Bluebird. I mainly went to Bluebird for the bird bag, but it sold out. And for this polish, Red Crested Beagle. Kind of a big deal. Silver Surfer. So Very Good. Happily Ever After. Booby Trap. What the Flock? The name of this one. Wow, y'all, my Bluebird haul is really blue heavy. This one is Happiness. I didn't realize I bought so many blues from her. Fluent in Foul Language. It's definitely me. And then last one, Visible Tan Limes. The The next brand we'll go to is Danglefoot. The first one I got is called Hi Y'all, I Miss Minutes. And I Am Inevitable. This one doesn't have a label, but I told her to sell it to me anyway because I wanted it. Next brand is Garden Path Lacquers, and I bought 3. This one is called Magnolia Mile, Periwinkle Pier, and Hyde Park Haze. Next we have Glistening Glow. I will tell y'all, at Glistening Glow, I didn't have a paper, I didn't have a plan. I just went with the vibes, and I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 polishes from Glistening Glow. This one is called Omega Centauri. The bloodiest of them all. Let's Make a Splash. Rocking Out at Rainbow Cone. This looks like a PBE exclusive. This I Promise You. I remember when this one was released. I should have bought it back then, but I have it now. Tears from Heaven. Eat, Drink, and Cranberry. That is an awesome name for a polish. Nail Polish Friends Are Family. This is another PBE exclusive. And it's Pool O'Clock. All right, the next brand is Kathleen & Co., and this one is From Dusk Till Dawn. This one is If Only They Knew the You That We Know. Such a long name. Windy City Blues. And Andromeda. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. The next brand is KB Shimmer. This one came inside one of the cups that they were selling for $10. They also gave these same cups and polishes away at the meet and greet, but I didn't attend. But this one is called Meet and Greet Tinley Meet Again. So I didn't purchase this one, but I bought the cup, and this was in the cup. This one is Pure Genius. This is the main one I went for at the KB Shimmer booth. Tulip to Apologize. Give It a Whirl. This is a magnetic. What a Peach. Growing Personality. This one is a magnetic as well. And Spunbelievable. All right, the next brand will be Monarch, and this one is part of the Best Friends duo with Bo Revs, and this one is called Poolside Crush. It didn't come with a label on it. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but yeah, Poolside Crush. And the duo part of it is the one from Bo Revs called Flip Flop Fever. So this is their Best Friend duo. These next 4 from Monarch came from that reflective set that they released back in the spring, maybe. This one is called Whispering Light. Scattering Theory. Diffraction Dance. I currently have this one on my toes. So pretty. And Optic Bloom. This is the one I have on my hands right now. The next 2 are Rewind polishes. This one is called Freeze Dance. And this one is called Truth or Dare. This is Jewel Wing. pocket full of stardust. And these last two are event exclusives. This one is called Falling Up. It's a magnetic. And Listen to the Mustn'ts. All right, the next brand we'll go with is Lurid Lacquer, and I think this one was probably my free gift with purchase because I don't remember wanting this one, so I assume it was a free gift with purchase. There's the name of it. The next three were their doorbusters, and this one is called a Midnight Marsupial Encounter. Fluffiest Girl in Town. And It's My Birthday, I Can Bark If I Want to. This one is called Joie de Vivre. A Fox in Spring Court. This is a PPU Rewind polish. Riding sleeping bags down the stairs. You of Unbreakable Will. Best Friends Forever. Mags and Sags Mobile Home Adventures. I love the name of this. No idea what it means, but I love the name of it. And then my whole reason for wanting to attend PBE, Indomitable. Y'all don't know how happy I am to finally have this polish. Next, we'll go with Linby Designs, and this is a show exclusive, and it's called May the Quartz Be With You. Heliophile. Not Striving to Be Humble. Supernal. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Raspberry. And my number one reason for going to the Linby table, it's a phenomenon. Oh, I love this polish. And this last polish was the free one that I got for telling them an interesting fact, and this is called Leave Me Petrified. I think everybody got the same fun fact polish. These next two polishes come from Pie Colors, and this one is called Pink Glow. That's exactly what it is. Pink with a glow. And B&B. I've swatched this one already, y'all. This is a one coater, like a one coat wonder. It's beautiful. Now we're up to Sassy Sauce, and this one is called Chi-Town Blues. This is one of my favorites, y'all. Glow Sucker. Every time I see the name of this, I just want to say glow sucker. This is another exclusive polish. This is Yay, You're Here. The other exclusive polish I got is the turquoise, the Chi-Town Blues. Vibin'. Dirty Margarita. This is another Latanya polish. This is her 50th birthday polish. If you ever watched any of her lives, this is the one she complained about not being able to read the label. Let me show you that. I don't blame her. I can't read that either. But I wanted the polish, so I got it. And I think this is a magnetic, y'all. I don't remember. Since I can't read the label, I don't know. Hold on, let's see. Oh yeah, it's a magnetic. And this one is called Barb. This is so pretty, y'all. And this was my free mystery polish for spending over a certain amount. This one is called Cocktails and Cadavers. All right, on to Victorian Varnish. This one is called Feeling Naughty. Hypnotize. I Know What I'm Doing. Love this one. And Deep Dive, which is another PBE exclusive. The other PBE exclusive I got from Victorian Varnish was the Feeling Naughty. But the last thing I wanted to talk about really quickly was tips and tricks for maybe that newbie that is a first timer like me, and you're watching this maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, and you're planning your first Polish and Beauty Expo weekend. Here's a couple of things that I would say to myself if it were my first time going. First of all, if you don't plan on driving, because I don't plan on driving, or renting a car, I'm just going to Uber every time I go. If you don't plan on driving, I would say stay in the hotel block. They do discount it if they know you're there for the convention. So I would say stay in the hotel. It's connected to the convention center. When you come down the elevator, you just walk around the corner and you're there. You never have to go outside if you don't want to, you know. I mean, there's a restaurant, there's a bar, there's snacks downstairs. It's a typical hotel, but it's right there connected, and it makes it so easy. Like I said earlier in the blog, I've been Ubering all summer and I just didn't feel like doing all of that. And I just made it a plan in my mind that once I got to that hotel, I was not leaving until it was time for me to go back to the airport. And speaking of airports, so that's the first tip. There's like 5 or 6, maybe 7 tips that I'm going to give y'all, and then I'll let y'all go. The second tip is as far as flying. Chicago has 2 airports. They have O'Hare and they have Midway. I was torn about which airport to use because I'm an American Airlines girly through and through, first class. But American Airlines doesn't fly into Midway. So I asked a lot of questions on what airline should I use and how far is it going to be to take an Uber. I didn't want to take a train. I wanted to get off a plane, book an Uber, be in the car the whole way until I got to the hotel. I didn't want to jump from ride to ride. I didn't feel like doing all of that. That's just too much for me. From Midway, the Uber ride was like 40-ish minutes. And so on one of my Uber rides that weekend, I was talking to the guy and he was telling me that there's really no difference. O'Hare Airport is further out, but because of the type of traffic, it takes the same amount of time, basically, as driving from Midway Airport. So if you're an American Airlines girly like me and you want to be able to book your flight and choose your seat and be comfy, fly into O'Hare, use American Airlines, and just take the Uber ride to Tinley Park. He said it was probably 5-minute difference in time. The distance is further in miles, but the time is about the same. So I would say, if you're fine with flying Southwest, which I would never do again, this was my first time flying Southwest and I hated it. The lady next to me smelled like a brewery. She kept tapping me with her foot. It was horrible. But if you don't mind flying Southwest, then use Midway. But if you don't like Southwest and you don't mind a little bit longer of an Uber ride, then fly into O'Hare and take an Uber from there. He also said the price of an Uber from O'Hare to Tinley and the price of an Uber from Midway to Tinley is roughly the same thing. All right, so my next tip, which I'm going to use myself for next year, is book VIP. Like, book it immediately. The tickets go on sale for all levels on December 1st. Well, I forgot. And so I didn't book it until like the middle of December. And the only thing left was general admission. Like, VIP goes fast. Like, as soon as ticket sales open, you're having to refresh, and they're gone. The VIP bundles go fast. So this year, when December 1st gets here, I'm going to have my alarm ready. If I'm at work, wherever I am, I'm going to be ready. And I suggest being somewhere where the internet speed is fast, that way, because I was told that they release the VIP bundles in like waves. So if you're refreshing and it says sold out, they said to wait a few minutes and keep refreshing, but don't leave. Like, stay at your computer and keep refreshing, and VIPs will come up again. I don't know how many VIP bundles that they actually have. I just know I won't be missing it this time. So I say plan ahead for December 1st, set an alarm, be ready, and book VIP, because there's several more perks that come with the bundle, you know, shopping early, the swag bag, all the things. So I plan on booking VIP immediately. I'm probably going to buy two. I don't know what person is going to come with me next year, but I plan on bringing a buddy, if not my husband, then my daughter, someone. So I already know I'm going to be buying two VIP bundles for PBE for 2026. Another tip would be sign up for the polish making workshop and go to the meet and greet. Even if you don't eat Mexican food, even if you don't care about making your own polish, just do it. Because I didn't go to either of the polish making workshops, and I also didn't go to the meet and greet, but I made so many friends, even without attending the event. So imagine how many new friends I would have made if I had been there for the entire day on Saturday. So I plan on not missing that next year as well. I'm going to be in one of those polish making classes, and I'm definitely going to be at the meet and greet, whether I eat or not. So yeah, if you're going to be there the whole weekend, you might as well book all the events that they have to offer. And you know, now that I'm saying this all out loud, I think the VIP bundle comes with a ticket for those two things. So if you get a VIP bundle, then you're set. All right, and these last few tips are for the actual shopping day. The first thing I would say is to dress comfy. Oh my gosh, being comfortable goes so far when you're standing in line after line for, 30 to 45 minutes per table. Being comfortable in what you have on is key. Like, I purposely made sure I wore kind of loose fitting clothes, comfortable cushiony shoes, because I knew I was going to be standing a lot. And I have bad knees. Like, y'all, I've had 4 knee surgeries and I need 2 knee replacements. So my knees are crap. But I was so comfortable. I never took a break. I never sat down. But it was because I was so comfortable. I prepared ahead of time. And dressing comfy is key. That's what I will say. The next tip I have is to know your budget. I knew my budget going in, but when I got there, my mind just went crazy. So I'm glad I had a little bit of cushion. Like, I knew what I'd saved to spend in cash, and I knew what I'd saved to spend on my card. Well, the mic went dead and I was talking for like 18 minutes with no audio. But I think the tip I left off on was to know your budget. Not every maker accepted the same payment type, and they had this handy little chart that lets you know who accepted what. Where's the book? This is your friend. When you register, it's in the swag bag. There's a list in there. So if you plan ahead, you know what maker accepts what type of payment before you even get there. I knew that I was going to be using cash and my card. I had been planning for this since December. So I had saved a lot. So I knew how much I had either way. I built a lot of cushion in my budget. So what I would say is to know your budget, know where you can spend what, be organized, which is also the next tip. Be organized and have a plan. So you saw my clipboard. I had all of the pages from the different makers. It's so helpful that the makers post their shopping list and post them on the Facebook group. You can just print those out and highlight the polishes that you know you're going to buy. They have the prices on there so you can tally up how much you're going to spend at each table. Is so helpful. And then after I went through every sheet and highlighted all the polishes that I wanted to buy from that brand, I put them in order of the way I was going to shop. Because also in this book, there's a map of the entire convention center that lets you know where every maker's table is going to be, so you know where to go as soon as shopping opens. You can make a beeline to whatever table you want to shop at first. This is a very convenient book to have. So yeah, be organized, have a plan, print out all of the shopping lists that you're going to use and put them in order of the way you're going to shop. Look at the map and plan it out. It's so helpful. It helped me. And then also what helped me was, I'll give you an example. When I got to the lurid table, I had everything highlighted that I wanted, right? The lady that was behind the table said, "You got a list?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I took my paper off the clipboard, handed it to her. Not even 2 minutes later, y'all, she came back with the basket full of all of the polishes. And all I had to do was check out, move on to the next table. It was so easy and convenient. It just helps your checkout process be that much more efficient, and then you can move on to the next table. You're not standing in line forever, and you have more time to shop. My next tip is to have a rolly cart. Y'all saw my rolly cart. It helped me out so much, like big time. Every time I bought something, I just dropped it down in that cart. I was hands-free. I was able to walk up to a table and look at the polishes up close, look at the swatch wheels that they had, all of the trinkets that they had. I was able to do everything with both hands. Like, I was hands-free, and it made it super easy for me. And I also could keep it rolled up out of the way so it wasn't out in the way for people walking through. I kind of kept it tucked up to my side. It's very convenient, y'all, and it's not expensive to buy. Like, everyone that I looked at was like 30 or 40 bucks. But when I discovered these are the same ones that I use in my office, I just went back to work, got one of mine, and borrowed from myself. They're on homedepot.com, Amazon. I don't have a Costco near me, but I hear that they have them in Costco. They come in all sorts of sizes. Anything that can roll, that's open, where you can just drop stuff in it. So convenient. You don't have to keep taking off a backpack, stuffing bags in there. Being hands-free made it stress-free for me, and I loved that. The next thing I would say is to wear your polish. That's my next tip. Wear your polish. Like, you're buying all of this polish all year long, not just for this single weekend. We're all buying polish all year long, and they're not cheap. Sometimes we're spending 13, 14, 15 bucks a bottle, and you're buying 5, 10, 15 bottles at a time. Wear your polish. You know what? That's going to be a tagline in the outro of my videos from now on. Wear your polish. You. Yes, you. Wear your polish. And that's regardless if your collection is 20 bottles or 2,000 bottles. Wear the polish, y'all. And my last tip would be to enjoy yourself. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. It's just nail polish. It's nail polish, but it's just nail polish. Relax and enjoy yourself. I kept having to tell myself this entire weekend, chill out. It's not that big of a deal. You know these people. You talk to them online all the time. Get downstairs and go enjoy yourself. Have a good time. And that's what I say to you guys. Book the polish making class. Go to the meet and greet. Enjoy the entire weekend. You're there anyway. As a matter of fact, if you buy a VIP bundle, I think a polish making workshop ticket and a meet and greet ticket comes in your bag anyway. Comes in that bundle, I think. So if you're paying for it, just do it. The icebreaker for me with every conversation I started with a new person was, what's on your nails? What's that polish you're wearing? What table do you think you're going to shop at first? Any type of nail question, that's what we're all there for. So ask the questions, break the ice, start a little chit chat. You'll be fine. I met so many people that I've been wanting to meet for so long. Let's see. I met Jackie Bodick. Of course, I met Latanya. I met Ebony. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. I tapped her on her shoulder and she turned around and she knew who I was immediately. That made me feel so good, because I always think nobody's ever going to watch my videos. You know what I mean? My swatches aren't good enough. These people don't care. But she knew who I was immediately, and that just made my day. I met Polish with Ray. I met Rachel. Of course, I figured she would know who I was because we talk online every now and again. But when I went up to her, she kind of looked stunned. And I was like, oh, wait, she didn't really want to talk to me. But she's so sweet and she's so tall. Oh, my gosh. I didn't expect her to be as tall as she was. When I saw her from across the bar, I was like, oh, my gosh, is that Rachel over there? She's that tall? Because you can't tell in people's videos how tall they are. Y'all, I know the light is going away and my video is very dark, but I had to re-record all of these things because my mic went dead. Hopefully I can edit it and brighten it up. Oh, I met Polished Cookie. I think that's how you say her name. She's the one that recommended that I buy the Pie Colors body scrubs. I met the maker from Pie Colors, Glisten and Glow. I met Lucy from Bluebird. Even though I used to swatch for her, we never met in person. You only see your profile pictures online, but she was so sweet and she recognized me. She was like, oh my gosh, Lakeisha. We ended up taking a picture together. I need to go online and see if I can find any of these pictures. I met the maker from Limby Design. She was really quiet though. Who else, y'all? Oh my gosh, my thoughts escape me because I'm thinking about it getting dark in here now. But yeah, I met so many people. I had so much fun. And that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna spend the money and you're gonna go. Soak it all in, relax, and enjoy yourself. That's all. All right, y'all, that's all I have for this video. For real. Like, that's it, because it's getting really dark in here and I don't want to have to use the overhead light because it's just gonna blow everything out of proportion. But yeah, I appreciate you for watching. This video is gonna be like an hour and 15 minutes long, but I'm okay with that because I enjoyed creating this content and I also enjoyed editing it. Like when I watched it back, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really fun. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. I appreciate you. You know I do. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Wear that polish.